Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. So I am once again back in the dating scene, and every time I come back into it, it reminds me of why I need to relocate to another country or culture because of how much time and energy one has to waste with, or maybe I shouldn't say waste, but at least consume to find out about whether or not your partner, their views on various things before you can actually move on. Hold on, somebody's at the door. Who is it? Oh, yeah, give me a second. I'm recording a video. Is it too noisy or something? Okay, sure. But so you have to spend a lot of time and energy to find out about uh, a potential partner before you can move on, right? In other cultures, it is much more acceptable to start with understanding where somebody stands on their idea of romance or whether or not they are thinking about uh, having children. And you can filter out a lot of that stuff, right? But here in the United States, we've made it impossible to do that. There are also a lot of judgments about various things, right? I talked about how I had a problem with a date this past week because of how I've been more mindful with my eating. I seem to remember once upon a time when I was a child, you enjoyed what you eat, I enjoy what I eat, and it doesn't have to be the same, right? Somewhere down the road, it became blurry for some reason that I get to enjoy watching you eat what you eat and vice versa, right? The same goes with other things in relationships, right? You have to have the same religion. And I don't understand why people have to judge each other, right? Well, I do understand why. The industry wants to create this so that we can waste a lot of time dating each other because somebody's obviously making a whole lot of money when two people go out, right? When I go out, I'm not egged on to spend money I don't want to spend, right? On a date, that would be a different story, right? So I strongly believe there is a dating industrial complex. I really do believe that. It's obviously something that a lot of people it has become blind to it, right? Because they want to fit in, right? I say don't try to fit in, right? In fact, bond with your friends who don't want to fit in, right? Anyways, we don't live in a judgment-free world anymore. Unfortunately, I've come to discover this week. It's kind of funny. I had a problem with a date earlier this week, and then yesterday, or last night, I decided to go on the other kind of date where I thought I could have some freedom from this. I went to my favorite restaurant, and once again, I was mindfully eating, and the waiter there didn't really understand what I was doing, and he was trying to rush me out the door. It wasn't a busy day or anything. He was just out of habit, probably, and that's the problem. With when you mindlessly consume, whether it be food, whether it be an unhealthy relationship, uh, you set the expectation that that's the standard fare in our society, right? So you're not just hurting yourself when you mindlessly consume, right? Like a Pac-Man consuming, right? Because it sets the expectation that that's what other people want to consume, right? Anyway, so I once again think about moving back home to my family in Taiwan or perhaps moving to Poland.